If you love the games where I play for the win at all costs, go hard in the objective, die a lot in the process, but pile up the kills, this is going to be a perfect video for you. We have an instant classic Darkforest game. It was endless. We died a lot because we had to. This team was not going to win otherwise, and I've really been loving doing the objective ever since I started recording again. It really just makes the game more fulfilling when you're playing for the win and not your own personal glory. This team really was giving their all. It was one of those games I used to talk about where you want to win for them because they are overmatched, but they're doing their best. They just don't have the killing power, even if they are on the objective the whole time. And it always means more when I'm playing with my friends and have a game like this. West absolutely popped off. And we have some new friends, Agatha Sunbro and JFK Experience, who are both in the Unyielding Discord. That'll be in the pinned comment, as always. West, in particular, is now the oldest friend I've had in this game, but we've played it with each other almost since the game came out. He's one of my absolute favorite people in the world, community legend. Everybody loves this dude. And I know from a viewer perspective, sometimes you guys like seeing other people in the videos, even though I don't have voice chat or anything on. And him, you guys seem to get a kick out of because he's always rushing around with the Executioner axe. I'm going to try and get more friends in future videos as we kill a bunch of archers. Now let's get into the gameplay. We're going to be using the Messer. This one I may cut out a little more deaths than usual if it's just a catapult or a ballista, something like that, because it went on forever. I do pride myself on being honest with you guys and showing every single death, but this game is too good not to put up. It was just a banger, like I said, but I do want to respect your time, so a lot of things will be cut out if there wasn't really much going on. Maybe I'll skip forward more than usual. But yeah, let's get into it. We're using the Messer and we're going to be attacking. I usually don't have too much trouble fighting the War Club, but this guy ended up with almost 100 kills, so I think he probably would have just killed me with whatever he was using. This is a little too aggressive here, but again, they were having trouble pushing the convoy already. Here's our first big mistake of the day. We're swinging wildly, heavy swinging, not really doing a good job managing our stamina. This Vanguard with a Messer is going to do a great slash-to-slash feint, and I do not have the stamina to counter feint. That cost me right there. If someone uses a special attack in a one-on-one back-and-forth fight, I always take it as like they don't take me seriously. After we easily avoid it, we're going to emote no and keep going after an easy kill. Lately, I've been talking about how I go into each engagement with an escape plan if things go south. And here, I didn't really do that, and that kind of cost me big time, because the only way to get out of here is to walk backwards and go behind that branch, and there's really just nothing I can do about that if there's enemies on both sides. Would have been best to just keep moving along and not go in there. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about. There's not even a lot of people fighting off to the sides. They just can't even get up to the convoy. So this is the point. We start realizing the only way we're going to win this game is if we're going hard on it basically the entire time between me, Wes, and Agatha Sunbro is not a bad player either. Very good. He got his first 100 bomb in this game, so congratulate him in the comments. And after me and Wes start to get on here, it does start to get pushed a little bit further. It's still just costing a lot of deaths. I've cut out 3 that were just blatant walkbacks and being overrun. Again, the team did not have the killing power, but they're doing what they can. If you look around, there's nobody fighting outside of here. It's just every time we tried to get up here, they weren't really surviving very long at all. I did the best I could to clear it out, and look at that. I had stayed alive long enough to and pushed the cart a little bit. Now the rest of the team is starting to move up. It did take a few more uneventful deaths with no kills, but pushing the cart, we're able to get it with just 45 seconds left. That does not bode well for the rest of the game, because this first convoy push should be a gimme that you get very easily, as is this gatehouse. Let's see how long this one's going to take. To make matters worse, they have engineers going hard to try and barricade up that gatehouse. The team pushed hard on the barricades, and we had West, of course, fighting the spawn waves as he often does, holding them off at the stairs, which oddly enough does work out very well. I throw a fire pot to slow down the advance. Doesn't work as ideally as I thought, but we do hold the gatehouse regardless. It may be hard to tell right now from the video, but at this point the team was not pushing up as well as they thought. I think because they were so relieved to get those first 2 objectives done. Now they're kind of resting on their laurels a little bit, but I've played this game enough. I know that 6 minutes is not really a good amount of time to only have the cart pushed a little bit. I've died a few times trying to push up here. It's not coming easy at all in this game. By this point, the team really is starting to realize that there's only 5 minutes left, a little under even. And this is going to be a really hard push now because there's not really much time at all. I give them big time credit from here on out. They're really locked in and focused. What really worked out about not retreating when I was outnumbered was I held them up long enough for the rest of the team to come. I don't know if that's the right strategy in a more competitive game, but in the pubs it kind of works. I also feel like on Darkforest, if you're on the cart, you're dealing with fire pots non-stop. They're just getting thrown. It's like a inferno. You're in hellfire all the time. It's really cool. It's pretty immersive, but nothing makes me crazier than dying to fire. It's a little aggravating. I don't get as annoyed at the person because it's obviously their special ability. They're not shooting like archers every single shot far away from the action, every single attack instead of just one fire pot. It's probably for the betterment of the team though, because no one wants to smell those unshowered virgins. It really does start to make sense they play a class that's far away from the rest of their team because you know they're not going out. They're not around people a lot in real life. They're probably on Chivalry 2 a lot, no girlfriends, that kind of thing. But we're almost done with the cart. We're very close to the end here. And we have plenty of time. Things are starting to turn around big time here. I went off to the side a little bit to heal and I get chased down, but it takes a few people away from the carts. That works out well. The theme of this entire video, if you couldn't tell, is playing hard for the win. And it really did feel fulfilling to do this again. I'm glad I'm recording and trying to do that content for you guys because it's something I'm even taking into games I'm playing on my own, not on video. And it's just so much fun to be enjoying Chivalry 2 again. At this point, you have to wonder if the other team's real-life families live in that castle in Darkforest because they are defending that thing with their lives. Despite dying nearly 40 times in this one for the W, I haven't died to archers much at all, but I am going to die right here, just go for a nice swim, go flying, just dive right into that water. At this point, catapults make me almost as mad as archers do. The tooltip for the Messer in the equipment select screen says that it has faster, stronger slashes, but the best attack on it, in my opinion, are the overheads. They look strange, they're hard to counter, and they do a lot of damage, in particular on Vanguard. They'll eat them alive. They only survive about 2 hits. A tip for all you cowards out here is if you back up into this fire, it doesn't count as a death if you're low health. I did it while trying to maneuver around because I'm not like that, but I know a lot of people who play this game are. Just a small tip for you to keep your deaths low. I have a bit of a skill issue with the one-handed axe, but I'm able to keep my distance for this last hit, crouch to not move my character forward while I'm swinging, and that keeps him out of range and we'll get a slash to get the kill. There's a lot of players around now, a lot of enemies. I don't know what I was thinking. There was definitely a moment I could have backed out. Make sure when your footmen heal you that you thank them. Emoting is a big part of this game. It's what makes it fun. Don't forget to do those little interactions. You can make a friend for life that you didn't expect just by doing that. This game was all about playing for the win, but it was nice to string together a bunch of kills here because to this point we were having a pretty brutal game on the stat sheet. So it was nice to finally turn it around. Now we got to kill the Duke. Let's see if we can finally secure this win. It has been some tough sledding in this game. We've really laid out for the win. A lot of deaths. Let's try and get it done. I can be guilty of a lot of team damage, and especially with a hard-hitting weapon like this. I'm doing my best to avoid it on our good friend Agatha's son, bro. It's just getting so hard to get in there. A lot of times Darkforest's last objective is what wins or loses the game, almost all the time, honestly. And if you have a good team, it's just hard to get in there at all. The kills are 821 to 787, by the way. This game just was endless. I did mention earlier, that's why I cut out so much of this one, because I do want to respect your guys' time. But I just had so many deaths as well, so the walk back was brutal. There's a lot of deaths just pushing the cart and on the barricade stage where I was just dying on the objective. It was a tough one, and we really want to bring home this win, but it's looking really bleak right now. Again, just look how devastating those overheads can be. Now this is really disheartening because I know at 20 seconds it's likely over, but once I die here there's really no chance. It's going to be no walk back for a respawn. Very disappointing. This game single-handedly kind of tanked my KD if I were to check it. And I love you guys so much. Check out the videos to the left and right. There's a Messer game where I got 90 kills, and I'll see you in the next one.